lost in. Anyway.
Oh no.
Go. Lost in the blue. They don't love me like you do.
What is this
There's
song?
tears that I knew. They were nothing without you. And everyone else.
They don't matter now.
Like
You're
they
the
broke
one
her heart or
I can
something.
lose.
Oh my god.
They don't love me like you do. Hey guys, welcome back to Crash Course on Nothing podcast. Shooting another one today. And you know what? I'm happy to have Euban back, as always.
I'm back.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, guys.
Hi guys.
This is
And
the voice you guys want me to talk in, right? Hi, guys.
a returning guest, Julianne.
Hi everyone.
You saw her on the relationship topic that we had, which is like, is dating getting harder?
Yeah, that's the only one she comes back for.
I love talking about
And she
relationships.
loves talking about relationships. So you know we gotta get Julianne. You know we
Can't
gotta
get
get
in one.
Julianne because she loves talking about relationships. And our OG Noah.
Hello.
How are you doing, Noah?
Hungry today.
He's hungry. Okay.
Ready to
I hope
chat.
she's not sad or mad or angry today.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh. Wow, it's so long. Long applause.
Well, let's begin. Today's episode is do's and don'ts in a relationship. And obviously I had to get the girls today to share their opinion on it because, you know, we want to get a nice diversification.
Clearly girls
Right
are the
here.
best.
Let's go. Nonetheless,
Arguable.
what is your, okay. What do you think, first of all, relationships tend to break off?
Because I feel like.
Because like at the end of the day, last time when we spoke about it, it was like more of the guys
Yeah.
talking about it, and I felt like I didn't get to hear what girls think about when relationships tend to break off, and is it often one sided or is it both people? Like how would you think of it?
To be honest, I think it depends on the duration of how long you've been thinking about it before it actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the longer you wait and the more you kind of go through, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Go
Mic?
through the relationship with that mindset that like things are probably going to end soon.
Okay.
I think that starts to reflect in the actions that you have and like the way you are with your other
Actually,
person.
yeah, when you're conscious of it, it's,
Yeah.
you act very
You're like
different.
emotionally like dissociating.
Exactly. And I think they feel that too.
You know what I think? Like, for
What?
guys, it's like we don't like to be the ones to end it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like most of the time.
You
so-
guys
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
So what we
Oh.
do.
That's so
No,
true.
what we do
You
is
stop
we
giving you
start,
attention.
we start
Like
becoming dickheads.
yeah, that's
And
that's
then,
it.
Yeah,
like, until
okay.
the girls,
Shh.
like,
Wow.
I've been
Wait, you kind of got that on point. That is actually pretty hard. Like, yeah.
I am someone
I'm
who
not.
cannot break up. I've been broken up with twice.
You know what? Better to be broken up with than to break up
But
with somebody. I don't
really,
it's-
you'd rather get broken up with them?
Yeah. I'd rather get cheated on than cheat on somebody else.
Yeah, no, that I
Too.
get, but I feel like,
okay.
because that's like,
Like
You don't
for
wanna
me,
stoop down
for me, it's like I'd rather have the bad thing happen to me than me having to do it with somebody else, because then I
Yeah.
can't live with it.
okay.
Yeah. But then I think in that sense it's like it's because you have to take the responsibility of all of the emotions and all of like the negative impacts of that.
Yeah.
Whereas someone who gets broken up with can play the victim card. And everyone gives them like all the sympathy
Bro,
and
actually, that's very,
like
Can you
which
turn me
it makes
down?
it a lot easier.
What?
It makes it a
My
lot
mic?
easier.
Your mic
I don't know.
lower.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to be the one being
you know what I feel like? I feel like girls play the victim more than guys do.
I think it's
Okay.
a personality
Well,
thing.
would you think girls are more emotional?
I think it's
Yeah, and then, no, you know, like, I feel like
Because you could say guys hide it better.
that,
no.
Because we're discouraged from like.
but no, what I'm saying is, like, I
Not
feel
him.
like
He shows it.
that's not true. That's not true.
If you show it with the right person, that's,
That's
not
so
fine. That's
true.
bad.
Only
No,
with my friends.
that's okay.
Like,
I mean, that's the only people who you should show
yeah,
it to.
like, but I feel like a lot of the times, like, when girls get out of a relationship,
Yeah.
their memories of the relationship, like, are kind of start to get skewed.
What do you
You
mean?
know what I mean? Like, I feel like,
like
they
in a bad way.
sometimes, because I feel like they start remembering it in like a way that it wasn't, and then they like say like, oh, actually, like back then, like he did this, blah blah blah, and then like they start thinking like, you know what, he was a dickhead. He was.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I think that's just self-reflection, though.
Yeah.
No.
You mean they
no.
noticed
Then-
later on?
Yeah,
like
they
the
noticed
guy was-
later on
Yeah.
something that actually wasn't like
you
that.
think they make it up in their head, like
yeah,
a story?
that's what I think.
Well,
I will. You go.
well, like, yes, but no. Like, it could go both ways, where it's like they can make up things where it's like it just didn't happen, like the Delulu, or also it's like it's more of like a realization, like, dang, like, this is what's been happening, and like they didn't really notice it until they got.
No,
out
when
of the
when it's
relationship.
like a realization thing, it's fine. But I
Okay.
feel like a lot of girls tend to like have like that.
Delulu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in their own Delulu world, and they like kind of start making up like stuff that didn't happen in the relationship, and then go around telling their friends, and then
about it.
yeah,
But that's
I've
just
seen that
that's just a
happen-
red
I've seen that
flag.
happen with guys too, though.
Yeah.
Guys will do that sometimes too. I won't say most, because I feel like guys are different when it comes to relationships,
Yeah.
where they don't talk about it in detail as much. Sorry, they don't talk about it in detail as much with their guy friends, especially the.
I think
I
so
don't-
too. Yeah.
Do you like? Do you guys talk about it in
Actually,
detail in terms of what I've heard?
actually,
guys gossip a lot too.
guys like the drama. With it, yeah, honestly,
when we're not
yeah.
involved in it.
Yeah. No, actually,
Yes,
not.
You
Everybody
like it
though.
when you're involved?
No. But like, I like. I mean,
But like, do you guys have gossip sessions?
yeah.
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 Dang,
Okay.
really?
I think this is the reason why.
We do
have
have
tea
gossip.
time.
Bro, we got some tea. You know, we share the news between each other.
Tea time. Tea time. Like I got a cup of this shit.
Oh god. Oh no.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Got carried
like,
away.
I think the reason why girls, like, the story always tends to be skewed is because of the amount of people that we tell. It's like broken telephone. So every time that message gets passed on, it's a new version of the story based on what that person thought they
Facts.
heard. So then when it gets back to whoever whoever was involved,
Which I
it's
think
always bad.
Which I think leads to that topic of like, should you go seeking for relationship
Yeah.
advice to others?
I think.
Because I think when you do share, okay, I'll
Yes.
put my stance on it, because I think every time you share your perspective on your relationship to others, it tends to break off. You shouldn't be sharing your relationship story or tea. Well, let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Because okay, first of all, if you have an issue that happened in the relationship, you go to somebody else that has a different opinion on it and a different point of view. You
Right.
share it with them. They may destroy the perspective of you of whatever happened, and it'll lead to more drama when you go back to your girl and talk to her about it. And when friends get involved and they start putting their business in it, and then they start being like, oh, I think you should do this and that, instead of you going up to your girlfriend being like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I want to work it out together. Let's figure it out. Let's do it together. Because like when other noises get into the relationship and start talking, you get a lot of like different opinions, and too much opinion sometimes is not that good.
Yeah.
It is good to run to your friends for like some advice from here and there, you know, like it's okay. But like at the end of the day, when you want to say your private stuff and business, like in detail to people
that's
too,
what I don't
like,
like.
that's like, first of all, that's a red flag. And it's just like, why are you sharing private business between you and that other person when you know you shouldn't? Like, y'all were vulnerable together, and then you're breaking that trust by telling other people about it. It's like, it's just, is it a good thing?
Like I understand if it's like one of those, you know, like when girls like fucking hook up with a guy and they're like, oh, it was like that, it was like this.
Yeah.
That's fine. But when it comes to a relationship, I feel like it's private matters.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree. I think there's a line in certain scenarios where sometimes when there's a really big power imbalance in a relationship, if you consistently go to your partner, I think this is where like sometimes toxic relationships
Yeah.
get
Okay.
very.
That's if the person,
Yeah.
if is toxic, right?
If you think about it in that perspective, it's like if you keep just going to that person and they're either gaslighting you or manipulating you, it can make things so much worse. Whereas
Yeah.
sometimes that outside perspective is kind of neat. But that's
That's
very
true.
like case by case.
That is true. I was gonna talk
situation.
about that.
I
I was
don't-
gonna talk about that. Yeah.
No, it's like for me, it's like I feel like a lot of the times, all people like tell their friends about a relationship are the negatives, right?
Mm.
So all,
Yeah.
all that your friends know are like the bad, like downs of your relationship.
Yeah.
So that's why they're always like, get out of it. But it,
Mhm.
like to you, there's like the side that you don't tell your friends, like the good side.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where most of like the miscommunication comes from.
I think there
Right.
needs to be kind of there needs to be sort of a balance. The only issue that actually Jian brought up is like if you're dating somebody who's toxic and you can consistently go to them and ask for advice and they manipulate you because like the relationships happen like that, that can be an issue. So I think to be fair, find a nice like
Balance.
lining, right? Yeah, balance, because like you don't want to share too much where you're kind of like putting your relationship out there. And
But I think like obviously whoever you're in a relationship with should be the first person that you go to.
yes 100%.
And if you like down the line, if the problem keeps coming up and you need external advice, then go to friends, go to family,
Yeah.
whatever, that's fine.
I think like if you're looking for advice, I wouldn't recommend doing it like going up to like your friend group and like spilling like the tea, like a tea session. I think it's better to go up to like individuals because I feel like like, and especially it depends who you go to. Wait, let me
No,
finish.
I'm letting you finish. I'm
No,
letting
no,
you
he's like,
finish.
he's like, yeah, keep cooking. He's like,
Like-
keep cooking.
It depends on who you go to because I think it's like good to ask for advice, but it depends who you go to because some people will like obviously like your like some of your really good friends or like if you tell them something's like wrong, they're obviously gonna try to like some people will like tell you like things just to like tell you things to
Mhm.
like
To keep the gossip going.
no oh my gosh
To
words.
change your mind or perspective on it, right?
No, it's like
No?
Oh.
they
Manip-
tell you things to like keep you happy or like they tell you what you want to
okay,
hear.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
The Lulu?
Yeah.
no
Not
yes
totally.
not
Kind of.
no but it's
Sort
like
of.
a little bit.
like
But-
you just tell the person what they want to hear.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
It's just like reinforcing like oh like
Well, I
let's
like
swear to God, I
confirmation
forgot
bias.
what
It's
that word
confirmation
means.
It's like the
Yes.
blind leading the blind.
Confirmation
yeah
bias.
exactly. But it's also like it's better to do it go up to like people individually rather than a group because then obviously in a group if you're gonna go up to like your group of girls
Okay.
and you're like hey this is what's happening they're all like I feel like obviously like in a group setting they're obviously gonna support you
I think
and then in that way they're
Ooh,
also
I have
they
a
won't
nice
be
one.
honest with you.
I feel like girls do that more than guys. Guys will.
Guys,
What?
what?
I feel like we're more straight up when someone asks for advice. We
Yeah.
tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's tell them the truth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
We're more blunt.
remember when I was talking to you about your thing, I was like telling you the truth straight
Yeah.
up. And he's like,
Yeah.
It depends on how
on
close you are.
Yeah.
okay.
Friend.
And what the situation
Exactly.
is.
And then what I think that I want to connect to what we're talking about is like, do you have to agree on the same thing with your other person? Like with your
Like,
person? Do you
no.
think it's
agree
a
on
deal
what,
breaker? Well, anything. It doesn't have to be specific. Do you think you have to be because like do you think fights will rise from you guys not agreeing on the same thing, or is it fine to have different opinions and
It's
perspectives?
I think
It's fine. That's
inevitable.
I think it depends on what the topic is, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I think, in a general sense, like interest, hobbies, agree to disagree, like sports
Okay.
fans, whatever. But when it comes to certain things, I think like
It's like the
values,
morals. Yeah.
that's when it becomes a lot trickier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that says a lot about the other person. It depends on whether you're willing to respect that other person's opinion and
Yeah.
and the way that they think about it.
Mm.
So I think it's great to agree. Like you're supposed to be.
Sorry.
No, you're all good. Yeah, you're supposed to be your own individuals and have your own opinions, and
Yeah.
I think that's the best part about being in a relationship. But when it comes to the deeper stuff, I think that's where it gets
Yeah.
a little more complicated.
Okay. But all right, so in my perspective, I would say like, wouldn't you think that if that person really cares about you, they'd go the extra mile to like understand your other morals and values? Do you think? Okay, so would you think it
You
would
can
be?
understand it, but like
Do you think if somebody? Damn. So what do you?
Are you giving us a morals question right now?
Yeah, I actually have a moral question, but I don't know if
Go
it
for
should.
it. Go for it.
I should. Okay. So I was talking to this girl. I'm not gonna say her name. No, she's just a friend, genuinely. And we were talking about like, so I don't drink
What
alcohol.
is the color by?
So I don't drink alcohol, right? And so, let's say if it's like a value for me, right? Like I don't drink alcohol. No, it's fine if people do. Like I'm not shaming anybody, right? So I'm saying.
Well, no, I don't
So I
drink
was
either.
talking to that girl, and she was telling me, wait, so the person you'd be with, like, do you think it's okay if they stop drinking or not? And I was like, well, I mean, it's fine.
you'd rather
But
them
then
not.
she's like, but then that's what she told me. She's like, well, if I truly like my guy, I'd stop drinking for him. So what are your
Well,
thoughts on
like
that?
you can't like expect that from everyone, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Well, she didn't necessarily say that, but let's assume I'm making up a
Right.
scenario right now.
Right. But I'm just
Like
saying,
she's like, well, if I really like that person and I can't stop drinking, then that's a issue.
But it's not
Yeah,
like
for him.
You can't like that's it, unless he's like, oh, if I can't drink, you can't drink.
Yeah.
That's kind of tough.
That's
No,
kinda
what if
toxic.
what if he said he didn't
Oh.
initiate it?
Okay,
right?
she's just doing it on
Yeah.
her own.
Well, then that's her choice.
Then that's-
then.
yeah, that's up
sweet.
to
That's
her.
really sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
good for her.
that's
That's-
a keeper. That's good.
That's the keeper.
Like,
I'm saying that's a green flag. So so what I'm putting
but
out.
is it a red flag if someone doesn't?
No, it's not.
No. But yeah. So what is your thoughts on? Do you think it's a good thing if somebody does that, or
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Like
Why would it be a bad thing?
I don't think
because
there's
like some
ever a
people would
case
be
that's a
like,
bad
oh,
thing.
like why are you changing yourself for that person?
But that's-
It
that's-
depends. Depends.
No.
If you want
I
to
think-
do it, then go for it.
Yeah.
But like if you don't, then the other person shouldn't be mad.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
would I give up drinking if?
No, you wouldn't.
She
Well,
wouldn't.
no,
you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
you'd
Because-
have your wine nights, like you have your all of
I
those.
enjoy it. Like it's not
You
like
love
but
partying here and
drinking
there.
for no. Drinking isn't like I don't drink to get
Drunk.
drunk and hammered. No, don't even say that. Don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Boy's red.
Like, yeah, it's fun and like it can bring out, but it's more of a social thing.
Okay.
Which I can socialize without it. Like I enjoy socializing without drinking too. Like it's fine. It's just like I guess like another added thing.
All right. You guys are making me cook a lot, so I have I have some more questions that I want to put out. Okay, so Noah spoke about this. Is like taking a break versus a breakup, right? Breaking up and taking a break. What is the difference? Some people may get confused.
I don't believe in breaks.
I don't believe
I
in
don't
breaks
either.
either. I think there's
Okay.
I think that's very high
It's
school.
So what do you
dumb
think
'cause
people tend to be like? Oh, let's take a break
I think it's just
They
because
just
they're
want to
scared.
without like unnecessarily saying, oh, let's break up.
They're
Not
scared
scared.
of commitment. They're
Scared of commitment.
Okay.
Yeah.
or they're
Or
just
they're
not
scared
serious.
Yeah,
or they're scared of
immature.
like using the person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Immature.
Like-
Like they want to prove that they have some sort of moral high ground, but they actually don't.
But would you agree that they're kind of still using that person by like not giving them the straight like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
basically just stringing them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they were to do something with like another person and they were on a break,
Yeah.
that's just gonna be an excuse.
And it's like, why are you taking a break in the first place? Like, if everything's going all right,
Mhm.
then like,
Just yeah. If
Like
if
it-
things aren't going the right
yeah.
way, just
But
break
like,
up.
I feel like in cases where it's like, in like serious circumstances where it's like, let's say like these two people are like they're really clean, like they're like with each other 24/7,
Mhm.
and it's a point where it's like you kind of need that like alone time. In that case, it's a little different,
Okay.
I feel like
But
that
you
wouldn't be a
need your alone
break.
break, but it's
But
not a break.
That's
But
not
it
a
is
break.
a
That's
break.
just
But it's not really a
space.
break.
yeah.
It's just
That's just
space.
like oh like
Yeah.
you need your
'Cause
alone.
that's
But that's the only
different.
time it's
Yeah.
like
That's
like
a good point.
break.
That's a good point you bring up because like you'd be like, we're still together. I'm struggling
need
right
some
now. I
space.
just want
Yeah.
I need some space.
That's
Is that okay?
different.
Like
but it's not like a
yeah.
break.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's the closest you
I
get
think-
to a
Ross
break.
and Rachel,
yeah.
were they on a break or what? Yeah.
Ross
Sorry,
shit.
that just reminded me. Yeah.
Anyways, honeymoon periods. Thoughts?
How long?
Questions,
How long would you
concerns?
say it lasts?
To be honest, ideally, a honeymoon phase should never die.
Yeah,
Honeymoon phase should never
that's
die.
ideals. But
But
Yeah.
what do you
come
think
on,
Like a
success like
like
a
a
Actually,
honeymoon
honeymoon
phase,
I
though?
want to
you're
I want to high
living in
five
your
on that.
dream world.
Yeah.
Bro, I think they should never die
think
because
they
like
should never die.
it's always nice to have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
honeymoon.
yeah.
Because why are you?
But like you wouldn't really call it a honeymoon phase at,
Yeah.
at a certain
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's fair.
You just-
I think it's the bare. Would you? Okay,
It is the bare minimum.
you
'Cause
agree it's the bare
why
minimum
are
on the
you?
relationship.
Why are you not trying anymore?
Yeah, like I hate it when like got oh shit. Anyways,
Yeah, you go ahead.
like I hate it.
Shit
when,
on
like,
us.
Like, no. I hate it when a guy or a girl gets into a relationship and then like stops trying to like pull the girl.
Exactly.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like you still have to like
Yeah.
act like you're like
In a-
still
Oh,
like
yeah.
chasing for the
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
I used to do that thing when I was in my relationship where I used to.
What's that thing?
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
I
Wait,
I
like,
used
what
to
thing?
What-
I used to like go up to her and try to like act as if I'm gonna shoot my shot with her. You know, be like, oh hey,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
like
cute.
yeah, that's
like-
so
See,
cute.
okay,
That's
but
so
that
cute.
it keeps the spark.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
so
it's
nice.
like
Yeah.
it's like a nice thing to
Yeah.
do. So I used to like, hey, kind of cute. Can I get your number and stuff like that? You know, it's like
And it's sometimes it's not. It's like you don't have to do. Once you get to that point where you're more comfortable,
Yeah.
it's not about like you don't have to do it every day.
Yeah.
Or like try every day, but it
Mm.
like once in a while,
Mm.
showing up with some flowers, or like planning a surprise date, or just like putting in that extra step to like make your other person feel special.
Can't wait for the Joji concert.
Oh my god,
bro,
I can't wait. Whoa, I know. So
okay.
Guys,
let me tell you something.
public service announcement. Please help him out.
Let me tell you something.
We don't need help.
Joji is the GOAT.
Bro,
okay,
who needs a girl when you have
GOAT.
Joji?
Yeah.
Clearly, you two.
Hey man, we got each other.
If any girls are listening to this podcast and you're interested,
run away.
Oh
please
my
send a
God.
DM
Yo.
into and
Let's test this. Let's test this right now. Your friend,
my friend
Ava, if you're listening to this, actually, I don't think she'll be listening to this.
Ava.
Yeah.
She might.
I actually don't think she'll listen.
She might. If I told her to listen, she'd listen.
Okay.
Okay, say whatever you want to say.
If you're actually listening to this, send Julianne a text that says, "I hate you."
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I'm just testing if she's actually gonna
Like a
listen
true
to
friend?
it. Yeah.
Any of my friends text me that you hate me if you're listening to this, then I'll know you're a real friend. There you go.
I'm just testing. You know,
Yeah.
like people talk the talk and never
Walk the
actually
walk.
do it. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
Actions speak
Wait,
louder than
actually,
words.
I have one more
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
then.
yeah. I still have more questions.
With the
though.
honeymoon phase, what's the difference between like a honeymoon phase and just being in a relationship? Like, what's the difference? Is there like a distinction?
The reason they call it a honeymoon is like there's always like, nice like.
Wait,
It's like
aren't you in a relationship in a honeymoon phase? What?
No. The honeymoon phase.
No.
What is
It's
the
like honeymoon
difference
phase is
between
like
the
the
honeymoon?
part of like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
relationship.
it's
It's like the beginning part, but it's like
It's the excitement part.
Yeah.
It's where everything's really new
Yeah.
and fresh, and they're like on this new adventure, and you're like very giddy, and you're like texting all the time, and you're going on dates every day, and you're like planning things. You're like, and you're talking about him with all of your friends.
It's
And
okay,
then
Euban. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Once you get into that relationship part, it's like
You want
you're
me to
more
put a
accustomed.
glimpse of us?
You both are very involved in each other's lives. Oh my god,
He's on the floor.
he's in
Guys,
the corner.
someone please get him a date. Like if anyone out there,
Yo.
if you have friends, like
I don't need.
he just needs a
Look
little,
at this Korean stallion
He has a
here.
car.
He's gift wrapped
Whoa,
in
that's
my.
crazy. Yo, that's a gold digger mindset right there.
Yo, what you say?
She said he has a car.
He's
Wow.
He has that international money, y'all.
Whoa.
Ladies.
You want a free trip to
Dragon
Japan?
Round.
Ladies.
He's also
Princess.
international. Help him out.
Whoa.
Help him out. He
La-
has oil money.
Whoa.
Ladies, I will say he's Korean too. If you like BTS.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Any of you K-pop girlies out there?
Don't ever.
You want him to
disrespect me
dance
like that.
for you?
Whoa, I don't
Like
dance. I don't dance.
Jungkook or who else is in
Jungkook.
I
Jimin?
also,
You know?
I'm not that big
7
a fan
days
of
a
K-pop.
week.
Like
Wait,
at
seven.
least not recent K-pop. I like older music. I like
Yeah.
trot.
I don't know
That
who
kind of
that
stuff.
is.
I don't know.
That's,
what
it's
this
not a
is.
hoop.
Okay.
Oh, it's a thing.
It's a genre.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Trot?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was born here.
Like
the only
horse
thing
trotting?
that they listen to here is
Also
country
like
music.
K-R&B.
Did I say you do not have to be happy single
Yeah,
first?
no,
Or-
you haven't. You haven't.
No, you
Not
haven't.
yet,
Okay,
not yet.
So this is something that I found interesting. So this is like you do not have to be happy single first before being in a relationship.
So is that what you think, or is that like
False.
No, I did some
Mm.
research.
False.
I did some research, and that's what I found.
you did some research on this?
Yeah, bro.
What's
What's
like
the
a-
point of having
Wait, you
What do you
have,
think?
You don't.
Wait,
No,
what?
no, no,
Wait,
like-
say it again.
Okay, so do you not have to be happy single before you get into a relationship?
I think you need to be happy with yourself
I
before
think so
you can
too.
Okay.
be happy with someone else. Because
Yeah.
then there's a dependency issue
Yeah.
and attachment that
Yep.
comes with that.
Damn. Okay, I think
But I feel like that's so common.
I think I agree, but I'm gonna try to go against you guys just
Yeah.
to like put some drama into the show.
Yeah.
I will say
I feel like that's so common though for like
I will
people
say
not being happy.
100%.
And
I-
it still works out.
Yeah, I think like when you date somebody that brings joy into your life, sure, like that person may put that new mindset and new perspective. Therefore, you stop becoming more dependent on that person, but that person has brought in that better mindset and
no.
mentality into your life.
But
If you're in a relationship and you weren't happy before, but now you're happy in this relationship, then the only thing you're gonna find joy in life is the relationship, and that's
Exactly.
where the
Well, let's say
dependence
that that's not exactly the case, but the person may.
like
Yeah, you know what?
like no,
You man,
I understand what
you're
you're
the
saying.
only guy here.
I understand what you're saying in terms of like adding value to your life,
I
Yeah.
think
which is great. But
that's what I'm bringing on.
It shouldn't be the only
I
thing
know,
that brings
'cause, like,
value into
Dude,
your
to
life.
be
Exactly.
honest, as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm gonna lose. But
Nah, but honestly,
But because there's a lot of people who aren't happy with their lives single, who end up getting into relationships, but the reason why they're unhappy is because they think that the only way that they're gonna find happiness or any value in their life is through a relationship.
Okay.
If you can't be happy alone, like, it is your life.
Okay.
And most of the time, you're alone.
Can you do this? Like, it is your life.
It is your life.
Get the fuck
Slave
out of
it.
here. Get the fuck
I
outta
felt like,
here.
because she's like, if you're not happy with your life,
Yeah, she's
like, I was like,
You're not happy with
I was like, you
your
better hit that, you know, like.
Yeah, if you're not happy with your own life, then who are you living for?
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're
My
not doing things that
parents.
you genuinely enjoy, Asian mentality.
I'm here for my
Finest.
parents.
Me too.
Yeah, what's the point of life if you're not gonna do stuff that you enjoy? If you don't enjoy it on your own, like if you're trying to live vicariously through someone else, then I just don't
You're
see
so
any
miserable.
point in that.
Okay.
This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. Now I found who I am. There's no way to hold it in. No more hiding who I wanna be. This is me.
Let's go.
And on that note, thank
That's
you for
a wrap.
tuning
That's a
in
wrap.
to
Let's go.
We
Crash
love you,
Course on
Crash
Nothing
Course.
podcast.
Crash course on
Bye-bye.
nothing.
We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.